Hello and welcome. So, this could possibly be one of the most important BMWs in the company's history. This is a 1973 BMW 3.0 CSL. Quick backstory on the BMW 3.0 CSL. So, the guys over at BMW sat back and they watched motorsport and they realized other car manufacturers were doing it, but they thought to themselves, we can also do this, but we can do this even better. So the answer was the 3.0 CSL. Now they took a base model, well, a performance model at that time, the 3.0 CS, and they just stripped all the weights, added slightly bit more power, and you got the CSL. The L actually stands for lightweight. And with this lightweight sportier model, they took it out into the motorsport world, where they saw immediate success. When I say that, I'm talking victory after victory after victory. It won the European Touring Car Championship, won its class at Le Mans, and the German Touring Car Grand Prix at the Nürburgring, where it placed both first and second. And all of this was in 1973. The same year that the car was released. I mean, talk about an impact. The first year goes into production and it's also bringing in trophies. That is a statement. Now the car also went on to win the European Touring Car Championship once again from 1975 to 1979. So for 4 years straight, it won the championship back to back to back. In Gran Turismo 7, we actually get to experience it for ourselves, and we can see that it is such a pure driving machine, and it can actually still catch you off guard if you aren't prepared. So the car has decent power, decent handling, and this is just the perfect example of a classic sports car. In 1973, this car is perfect, but it's not 1973 anymore. And by today's standards, you'd actually consider this icon quite slow. So, Gran Turismo actually did something good for once. I could possibly receive some backlash for that comment, but regardless, we have an engine swap for this vehicle. So, no, it isn't a 2J or ruining it by putting a RB26 or anything crazy like that. We have the ability to take the engine from the current Group 3 BMW Z4 and put it into this car, giving it modern power and iconic styling and giving it a breath of fresh air. Talking about iconic styling, even if you didn't know the history behind it, BMW 3.0 CSL, you knew it for its styling. So point where the car was actually nicknamed the Batmobile because of its aggressive aero, where it had fins on the front fenders, a wing by the rear glass, and a massive rear wing. Fun fact about the wing, when manufacturing the car, BMW never put the wing on. However, they put it in the boot for the customers to put it on because back in the day, rear wings that size were illegal in Germany. So they just gave you the option if you wanted to put the wing on or not. Now with the Z4 motor fully maxed out, it produces 788 brake horsepower in this lightweight BMW body that only weighs just over 1,000 kgs. So the CSL gets turned into a real track weapon. Now with so much power going to the rear wheels, if you do run it with no traction, keep in mind it is a BMW at the end of the day and this car will slide. As I have racing soft tires, the grippiest tires that you can get in the game, and somehow it still lights the tires up with ease, which makes it such an exhilarating ride. But it was really, killing my driving experience. So I actually had to bump it up to traction level 1. So there was still a little bit of slippage, but there wasn't a chance of me going into some trees. Now the car has the performance to keep up with the looks. This car is insane. If you have a good tune in the vehicle, it changes it completely. It makes the ride so firm. It's just able to get apex to apex. You never miss a clipping point. So with this vehicle winning its class at Le Mans, I thought, you know what, let's pay this vehicle homage and we'll do an event around Le Mans. So I did the 700 performance points event, which took 30 minutes around Le Mans. Now this car, with it having a engine swap, that means with the engine swap being out of a Z4 race car, that means we have race car performance. It's gonna be lighter on fuel and have crazy horsepower even if we are on fuel map 6, and that was the answer. Whereas the other opponents or the AI in the event had to refuel every third lap, I was able to take it up to the 5th lap before I need to refuel. However, you do need to keep your eyes on the tire weight, because rear wheel drive, tons of horsepower, it eats up the tires. So that was really the only thing that held this car back. But this car is such an experience. If you have the ability or luck is on your side and you receive this engine swap, because you can either swap this engine into the E46 M3 or you could swap it into the CSL. The choice is up to you, but frankly I've swapped both and I've experienced both of them. So the one that I'd say, I'd go for the CSL. Firstly, it just holds so much more historical value. Even though with the E46, if you do engine swap it, you can turn it into the M3 GTR from Need for Speed Most Wanted. But I mean, that's about it. The CSL has history. Without the CSL, the E46 wouldn't even be around. This is the car that changed BMW forever, and it still has such a cross. And the thing is, not a lot of people actually understand that this is the car that began it all from BMW. So driving a piece of history and a piece of art, this car is literal art. Artists have used this car as their canvas because of how amazing it looks, and it's just, I can't even put into words how great this vehicle is. So I would take this in a heartbeat over the E46 swap. But look, that's my own personal preference. You have your own personal preference. So if you do get lucky enough to pick up this engine swap, please test it out in the CSL, because at the end of the day, without this vehicle, who knows where BMW would even be, because this car is what started the M division. It may not be the first ever M3, but trust me, without it, there would be no M3. With all that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.